sharing my experiences in the sandbox on the side of the house, conversations with these really tall beings that showed up. I can only see like from their chest down, like light, and it seems like robes, I don't know. I have a vague memory of being so full of joy and so uplifted from my conversations, and I would run back into the house and tell my family, and I don't even know what comes after that, because I feel my whole body shut down when I say that. Like, stop. Nobody wants to hear this. How do I share what this feels like with other people who require language? And gosh, the more science and details there are, the more receptive people are. I'm not a scientist. I don't have that vocabulary. What I do have is heart and heart understanding. I am able because I don't have the limitations of language or restrictions of, this can't be because da-da-da-da-da. There are no limitations. I connect. I commune with this intelligence. And the reason that I know this is that I feel it, and I become expanded to the point where I can hardly stand the joy that I feel in my body. And with that comes, in my mind's eye, comes pictures and symbols and enormous love and feeling. How do I give that to you? This has been my conundrum for just pretty much the latter half of my life. How do I share this in a way that bypasses your mind and your thoughts and your need for language? Because by its very nature, I'm reducing it to something that is so small that it's not even representative of what I'm being given, because I have to put it into words. You see, when these frequencies come, when they arrive and meet my consciousness, I don't need language. I just know. I feel it, I know it, I understand it. I'm overjoyed. It's instantaneous. And I'm trying to communicate to others that you have this too. You have this too. I did group channelings in Santa Fe back in 2005, 2006 time frame. And, reduced it to language, reduced it to question and answer. And I'm so filled with the love. I'm just like in ecstasy in these group sessions and private sessions. And it's always the intent is to help people get there themselves. Not just give them a bunch of information that clutters their mind, and then they have to go home and sift through all the other clutter that they've received from books and the internet and so on. What I want to communicate is that be careful with your expectations of what channeling is and what aliens are and what consciousness itself is. It's really important now to lose those expectations and just allow something else to happen, because we need to graduate out of an old paradigm of channeling, an old paradigm of contact. What I believe wants to happen here with me is, through all this contact throughout my life, all these upgrades, if you will, that I had to endure, and that is the word. I had to be strong enough to not go insane, and I am not exaggerating. A lot of people did with this contact, I have come to know. So, preparing me for what? To figure out a way to be a bridge between this intelligence that has actually visited me, not in a way that you would expect, not in a way that you wake up and in the middle of the night and, oh, look, these beings are standing around me. Hello, beings. Who are you and where do you come from? No, it doesn't work that way. It has to be done meeting in other dimensions and not communicating in 3D. Let's just put it that way. It's different. It's not what you think. It's not what your brain, your mind, your conditioned mind comes up with. Understand that you've also been conditioned with what contact is and what aliens are and who we are. What I've been shown and what I've actually experienced is our bodies have the technology to commune with this consciousness. Translating to words is exhausting. How do I demonstrate this to you? Are you able to feel? Or do you block feeling? Because it makes you crazy to think of losing control of what you feel you're already in control of here. Which isn't jack shit. You don't have control of anything if you're only using a sliver of your consciousness. You got to get through, you got to plow through any pain that remains. Even if you have done your work through all your workshops and all your classes through all the years, all the books you've read, you still have pain. Because there are layers of it. There's always something. There's always a new, more expanded understanding. There's always something to break through. I have learned this even after this universal intelligence felt like pummeling me. You know, like Roto-Rooter or something through my pain. And that was the part that was like, you know what? Did I sign up for this? Talk about feeling out of control. And at the same time, my heart told me, this is who I am. This is what I signed up for. I don't have much drama to offer you. I don't have any stories to tell you about our brothers and sisters in space. What I do have to share with you is how to connect directly with this intelligence. Is that interesting to you? It's really interesting to me. If anybody's interested in opening themselves up to contact in a way that you literally have not thought of, I'm simply trying to break through this weirdness of compartments of consciousness. It's like, get out of the mind, get out of the thoughts, get out of the thoughts that are based on language, get out of expectations. It doesn't happen the way you think. It won't happen the way you think. And if you're just staying in what you think, and you're making contact, which is possible, then you are only making contact in a narrow way. Because they will bridge to whatever is reaching out, wherever this intention is strong. And they'll meet you. But understand, we're breaking out of this fragmented consciousness. That's the whole idea with this graduation and evolution. Right? So be willing to just stop and go, okay, maybe it isn't just through my thoughts and language and the chatter, and I want to chatter. I chatter in my head all the time. I want to chatter with them too. No, they're not into the chatter. They're into direct connection. And you know what? Initially, it's scary. Because what they point out to you is how large you are. And that breaks through your own conditioning, your own boundaries that you set that you didn't even know were there. Are you ready to go there? Because that's where they want to go with you. They want you to use your gifts, your ability to commune through heart feeling, heart consciousness. This is how it is done. If you would like to meet them in a greater way than what you think is defined as telepathy, what they've shown me is that is only a part of your consciousness that is connecting with them. And it's still wonderful and joyful to make a connection. They just want you to know that there's more. A lot of the responsibility lies within you. Your ability to respond to this larger bandwidth consciousness that will, by joining with you, merging with you, blending with you in communion, you will have a greater understanding of who you are. You will remember, not by the words, but by the frequency of who you are. They showed me how to get to them. And it's through being honest. It's through talking out loud what you're feeling. Now, the more you feel and the more animated you get, the more they pay attention. Because there's passion here. Okay? Passion shows up on the radar. More of you comes to join in the passion to get excited about a conundrum. Everybody gets excited about a conundrum in these more expanded bandwidths. They love this. And then breakthroughs happen. I've experienced this over and over. I have to break through the paradigm here. I have to. I have tried so hard to just simply be words and greetings from your galactic brothers and sisters. Everything's going great, guys. Keep it up. No, that's not what I do. I work with them on expanding my consciousness and abilities to perceive them and perceive and adapt to my universal identity. And that's where we're headed. I feel my heart is open right now. I feel the excitement of what I'm connected to interdimensionally. I feel there's a whole bunch of yes, 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 finally. Finally, she got pissed off enough to sit down and cry and get it out. And that's when the real shit happens, let me tell you. This is where it happens, right here.